So dance ladder people, point some things out that I consistently see across a lot of videos. So let's get this done. So first things first is I want to see more of you guys relax. So this is like a general posture thing. Like apply general posture basics to how you dance, especially in Bhangra. So number one, first thing I see is you guys are taught, and everybody is taught, it seems like, to do what might be called C hands, right? So you flex your hand pretty hard. What that does though is it creates tension all the way down your arm. Okay, you don't want that. You still want that flex in your hand, but I'm here and I'm still flexed. But a lot of you guys are like this, and there's a subtle difference, but I can tell, and it creates this tension. You can feel it. All I'm saying is just to relax just a little bit. You can feel and see a little dip in the elbow to give it that relaxed look, even though it's fully extended. Same thing with the hands. I'm not saying droop your fingers down or anything like that. I'm just saying keep it there, but don't squeeze the heck out of your fingers. And what it'll allow you to do is get better shoulder bounce, because the more you relax, the more you can engage your shoulders and be able to bounce your shoulders. And you can apply that across everywhere that you dance. You want to look like a relaxed person as you dance. Number two, when it comes to you guys' feet, okay, so something I'm seeing is people like to dance with their toes pointed forward, okay? That is just basics 101 in Bhangra. That I'm not going to get too deep into it, but what you should be doing is dancing with your feet out at a 45, or what we'll say on FCB is feet in a V, excuse me, okay? Now the significance of this is not just, when in Bhangra, when we wear a chadar, if you lift straight up and you're not wearing a pin, your knees is going to go through the chadar. So you want to be lifting for one at a 45 so that it creates the proper fan. That's the first thing, just thing to keep in mind. And number two becomes, as you're dancing, okay, when you're putting your foot down, if you're doing a simple Prataka legs, and you shift your weight onto your right leg, and your foot is pointed straight or even this way, this feels awkward on all of my muscles, okay? To put weight on the plant leg, it is definitely easier if you point your leg out and allow it to be in a comfortable position so that you can go right? So my foot is pointed at 45, so is my knee, but for some of you guys, you're going here, right? And then I guarantee it will feel so much better the moment you go like this. And make sure your feet are in a V. So everything you do, right? When I put my foot down for Prataka, my feet's in a V, right? So it's like 1, 2, 3, right? So, and it can be especially noticed when people like to do like a step like Dankre. And when you do it, when you go 1, right? You see where my foot is. It's still out. It's like where my chest is, right? My chest is at this 90. My foot's more at this 45. But I can easily see it if people's feet, again, are completely like this, and you're trying to go like this, and you're trying to lean, that cannot be comfortable, right? It might feel comfortable right now, but it's just not nowhere near as comfortable as making sure your foot is like this, so you can sit into that, and then be athletic and be able to push off to turn back. The thing about posture, shoulders rolled forward, right? Just I keep saying, like, pick your chest up a little bit. So if you look from the side, right, you're dancing, even though your back is straight, your shoulders are rolled forward. If you just pick your chest up, it immediately brings your shoulders back. And what that does is when you do a step like any step that you want to get low in, your shoulders are back and your chest is up, then that's the way your body's going to go down. But if your shoulders are forward, the moment you dip, you can kind of tell that it starts to create an angle at the back, right? And for some people, it creates even more of a roll forward with the shoulders. So when you're at this 90, just pick your chest up so that anything you do, right, you just keep your chin on what I like to say, chin on a table, right? You keep the chin in one position and just, keep your chest up. Last thing is sometimes people will get too wide with specific footwork. The two that I've seen are Punjab footwork and a Jandu Singha footwork. So what I mean by too wide is Jandu Singha, when kids are doing it too wide, I'm seeing 1 and 2, okay? What you want to do is have the tap foot closer to your feet, or like feet are closer together. So you go and 1. You see where my foot is, right? This allows you to sit into the plant foot better because when it's out here, you're trying to balance your weight on both feet, and then it doesn't allow for this foot to tap. The key to this footwork is to see the 1 and 2, right? And then what it'll also allow you to do is to allow you to turn properly. It's not easy to turn with your foot all the way out here, but the step should look like a nice smooth turn. But when you're that wide, it just looks like this. Like you can't really get anywhere, and it doesn't. You can't have any speed. It's not fluid, etc. The other one is the Punjab footwork. It is a newer way to do this footwork. Because the original way is to do the cross, right? But I want to say like 2010, 2011, this really came into at least the Barda scene, is to do the footwork like this. We'll just call it a simple variation. Same thing here with being too wide. You can't really do it all the way out here. You want your foot to be just a little more in so that you can actually tap and bring it up properly. So those are the things I saw. I'll keep at it.